Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Asturias. The Empire of Hispania has spanned for as far north as Ireland and England, and now we have spanned it as far east as Persia. Yes, we have not only expanded Mesopotamia and later created the Kingdom of Mesopotamia, and then we did a holy war for the kingdom, and we took in Persia. Almost all of Persia, just the southern half of Persia, but not the northern half, because this belongs to Apostolic Armenians, a few Ashari Arabs, and Tajiks as well, which they're currently distracted right now, which gives us a bit of an opportunity, which now we are in contact with the Hindus of the Indus, and a few local Buddhists as well. Don't forget about them. In which there's this crusade for England that is still ongoing for 13 years. Why don't you end? Just throw in the towel, Pope. You can't win. And it kind of reminds me. Yeah, the Shari, there's a reason why how do we expand and get away with it while there's no jihads. It's because they don't have a head of faith. The Sunni Caliphate was destroyed long ago. It was destroyed back in 1070. Due to the Crusade for Syria, which got rid of the last remnants. And Jerusalem has successfully expanded to Arabia and Oman, and even a part of Makran in this little unremarkable territory, which is full of Hindus. Which honestly, to me, I find it, okay, that's too close to my liking towards the Indus, which is my real goal now. Because I want this crusade to end, wait for the next crusade to pop up, go for the Kingdom of Sind, create the Crusader Kingdom of Sind, and that would finally accomplish our mission. That's our ambition, is to go east. To go east. But there's still much work to be done, such as a bit of mopping up here in Mesopotamia. Like, I'm gonna give you... Well, he'll never accept this, but... Damn it. Don't be that guy. Oh, that ain't nothing, so... Seize the sheikdom. We don't want to force vassalize it. So you're gonna become my vassal. That's what's gonna happen here. Kicking the episode off with this. Do some mopping up on Mesopotamian areas. Raise the mercenaries. Not too fortified, not too many troops. You'll be alright. I'm too lazy to send my own ladies because you know it's going to take many months to get them all together. Look how huge our army is. It'll take you 7 months. It'll do for the time being. All this fair. Many treatises have been written on the honorable conduct of war, but those authors' lives went on the line when they put pen to paper. Should I want to maximize my chances of winning in battle, it may be worthwhile for me to consider employing some more unorthodox strategies. I'll check my enemies and I don't know if I want to be called the foolish, because after all these things I've did, and I'm trying to outdo my long-lived father, becoming the Astor Leonese Alexander. So just say hit-and-run tactics will wear my foes down. Do what you know best. Two months, days. Bingo. Actually. greedy bastard. Now you're my vassal. Ah, of course. And now there's this other thing. Basra. Well, there's two things actually. Oh, there, he's gone. That's alright. Joe Wolf, Shigdom Samara, and the other, Jeruft claim. Of course. Jeruft. That area up there. Oh yeah, there's this other area we have to take now. This other Shigdom. Another country that is vastly inferior. We'll set your account. You're now answer to him. One day, I'm gonna make you the king of Mesopotamia. Unless that'll be up to my son. Either or. Now, you're next. They'll call Conquest. Get those mercenaries again. This is your last 11 months. Fight well. "23 days. Record. This is yours too. Anyone else? Maybe them, because Persia. The sun holds Persia. Too bad we don't have Isfahan yet, the real capital. Double conquest. Check. He's probably an adulterer again. Knew it! May have to extend that contract, since they're a useful lot to me. Let me tell you a story about Fernando. Also, where are you from? From Yezd. Okay. Great man. There goes all my stress now. Caesar's triumph. While studying the tactics of ancient generals, I was amused to learn about Julius Caesar's exploits during his conquest of Gaul. During his siege of Ostia, Caesar determined that a direct assault on a well-fortified city would be too costly. He instead ordered his army to build his own fortress, which surrounded the entire city, trapping the enemy garrison inside to starve while simultaneously preventing reinforcements from relieving the defenders. I've always wanted a commander tactic, since I've been a military man as of late. Little ingenuity goes a long way in a siege. I need that because, as I said before, we've been on the offense as of late. Who dares? Oh, you're up there. I'll send those mercenaries up to deal with that too once we're done with Ludistan. Check the contracts as time goes by. Catholics. Good. The vision of Chi Rao. While studying the tactics of ancient generals, I was inspired to learn what I've learned about Constantine's victory at the Battle of Milvian Bridge. The night before the battle, Constantine dreamed that victory would be granted if he painted a Chi Rao, a symbol of Christ, on his soldiers' shields. He did exactly that. The next day, he overran the forces of the usurper Max, who fell in the Tiber River and drowned. It's all very good. I mean, it's good to fight against holy wars, but logically speaking, flexible tactics won that battle. Because don't give the enemy any advantage when they're defending places. That's the key to win the offensive wars. No, son, no. Go for martial. We don't get enough martial rulers these days. Look at him. Dangerous faction. Oh, this is what I was worried about. Populists. Led by you. Want to seek independence. I believe with that particular culture, isn't that from the North African holdings? Yes. This area. If they said it's just this area, I'll give them independence. Never wanted to hold North Africa as much as I'm interested in the East. Extend the contract. You are not going to take the Kingdom of Persia away from me. How many are there? There's got to be a lot of them. I mean, not only in these areas, but I assume, yep, over there as well. You are going to prison for this, and I'm going to split that realm, and this one's going to go independent. They need to go. But none over here. So. Duke himself, he's over there. But most of the forces are confined over there. So let's try the multiple rally points thing. We already have one here, so we'll put another one here. And as for the North African troops, enemy territory. Shoot. Well, there's not that many troops, so I think it should be more worrisome if it's just over there, so let's try this. If you were to raise it here, that's 400. Here, that's 1,100. But that ain't enough. And if you want to raise it, you know, somewhere like over, well, over in Sardinia and sail it over North Africa, then how much is that to raise? 1,900. God dang it. These rally points, multiple rally points ideas, confusing me. Well, what happens if you raise some of it here and some of the other, Nope, all that's gonna go over there. I mean, you could pick them off time after time, and you split them into groups. Or alternatively, use your damn mercenaries. You got money, you got connections. We're about to wrap up with this thing in about 32 days. Just do it. It's the one that's scattering. But, the other one, they can just... Ah, there you go. You done figured it out now, even though it's not the best idea to do that right now, but... Do what you gotta do while we continue to raise more troops. Mercenaries starving out. Because you've been here for a long time. So I'm ignoring that Irish conflict. That's fine. Conquest already done. God, blasted. Why can't you handle this? They're in your doorstep. At least there's some resistance. Here's the first victory. At least we have the mountains. Got the right idea. Now here comes the big numbers. The army that I split off, this is the one with all the men at arms. Meet up. We gotta get a better grouping. What you did was stupid. You need to link up and split up all the armies again. Now you can split. And there are some unraised forces, I believe. And they're all coming here. They're not going to stick around here. Call for white peace on this one, because I'm not interested for this conflict. And can't you just lose the Crusade? I am not coming over there. And hurry up and win. Because heaven forbid I go back up to England. All because these Crusaders finally figured it out. Ravenna has split. Finally. This is a long time coming. Right. Position yourself here. This one goes over there. The other will remain. And this one, at Anva. As you were. And that Esfahan thing, well, you better get yourself resupplied now. Deal with that other mess. I guess that's what happens when we expand it too far. We'll probably win. Here's the men-at-arms. We took the foe, and that's the rebellion. We imprisoned Duke Abdul Hamid, the man who started it all, but it's not over yet. We got some trouble here. Well, it's both up north, so that's good. Begin your siege up there. Well, meanwhile, is this the one with the siege weapons? Yes. You are to head to this capital, capture that area, and make a quick resolution. As for you, I'll make you a deal. Actually, no, you're getting revoked. What you did was criminal. Now all this is yours. Samara. That's one dealt with. Wasn't there another one? I don't know who runs what anymore, honestly. You are to meet them. Oh, you became... See what you could do. You got a few knights. Small breach, just do it. Want this over with. Bring the siege weapons over here to Esfahan. King Fernando of Persia is named the enemy commander. No. Don't give away land. We'll do something about the land situation soon. Oh yeah, your friend from Baghdad. Oh my goodness, are they really making a comeback? Check the recent, well... Do you think we should return to England? Because it seems they're doing well on the occupation. But they are a long ways from making a real comeback. And most of my troops are still over there rather than... Oh, definition. Sappers. Fast siege progress. They're still formidable. Is the king a Sapmi on the front? No. Here, now stop this damn nonsense. Get back to friendly territory. Anyways, I got a title for you. Is the other piece of territory that I hold? Morsuk. Oh, what the... Oh, yes. One of you jokers. Just to make you feel better. A little. Now don't rebel against me, or otherwise it's gonna be your ass. We may consider returning to England to make a comeback finally. Or just get it up to the positive and maybe the Pope will call... Well, he can't call white peace. That's not an option, so... We'll come back next year. We got so much gold, so we don't have to worry about it. So in fact, let's take advantage of this right now. Increase the size of all men-at-arms. And that includes the siege weapons if we want things done fast. And more pikemen. That's it. And to get some of that money back? Really, just one character? Okay, 10 months. So next January, we're going back to England. Basra can wait. Didn't know she was my rival. So let's just speed up the time now until I become a strategist. And as I'm starting to get old here. Let me see. Oh man, Lover's Fox. And not been married, have you? Well, there's my nephew. Try that. Everybody's getting married. Bunch of good women around here. not certain for him. That's up to him. So, till January, we'll raise our troops again. So we're going to speed up, pay attention to the war score before we really understand what's going on there. I would love to go further east, but I cannot because of that crusade. That just won't end. And it appears that the war score has lowered enough to... We're being led to believe that we are making a comeback, but... Liberty War, so... Yeah, I don't think they could join. Maybe we should capture territories of Sampni. And we know that man. He's dirt poor. He's a vassal of Sampni, alright? No, he's unlanded. Where's their largest army? Actually, they're all separated. I think this is probably our good chance to make a comeback, finally. Because do you have any idea how long this has been? 17 years? Don't you think that's enough? I'm thinking about saving up to get this one. Because we built quite a legacy. As I'm looking to get the final strategy focus. So we shall return to England finally. Even though it's against my better wishes. But it's to occupy any enemy territory that relates to England. The cap is 150 and we have 62 so far. Well, we need to win more battles. We have max pikemen now. Keep gathering. Shiraz is Catholic. Court physician Ramiro holds me back. The diseased body of a commoner, skin marred by rashes or bumps, rests upon the table. Anyone who comes in contact with a corpse risks infection. I was planning on outing that will take place Nepha. The holding of my rival and... Okay. Launch it towards Nepha. And split. Okay. Standard procedure. Now it's 6,000 each. Army group. Yes, it's part of that crusade. Any part of England you see, there's going to be the parts that need to be conquered. All these armies have been separated because they've been beaten up so much. Both sides are exhausted at this point. We're back to 0% as we got even with the battles and the occupation, so the focus is occupation, not liberate, occupy. Start working north. There's 2 holdings, so that's for starters. I'll go here. Oh yeah, we still have those mercenaries. You should go up here. Here, this way. Damn, this got another holding too. That way too. Ready? Break. Sounds like I'm just making plays. Hey, hey, hey. This way. Let's end this crusade once and for all. And I'll extend it for you, because you're involved in this mess. Five kings, count marriages. Let them do all the fighting. The majority of our friendly forces are in England. The enemies are just too routed to get together. Knighthood is finished. New fascination. Scuddage is currently exposed. Crossbowman sounds really good. So does trebuchets. Or windmills. Domain taxes. Heraldry. This one. You've got to get high partition. House seniority is single heir, but it's for old guys. But high partition is basically the best version of partition. Get that. That is a must-have for those who still do not have hereditary. Get in here! Well, wrong guy, but we know what you mean. Well, we're still contributing first. Okay. Alright, head to Bowling Stone. Take this barony too. What's up with the two? There's 3 baronies. Stamford. Finish this one soon. And we'll get to work on Norfolk, which is only 1 barony. %. After many years of ignoring it, and for nearly 20 years, we did come and finish the Crusade after all. And now we await, after the Crusade, because I must live long enough to see the day that we will finally go to India as Crusaders. Oh, is this not a barony? Whoops. It's Lincoln. That's a barony. Also needs a new commander. Head to East Riding. To Nottingham. Okay, where else? Oh, wait a minute. That's my territory. Derby. %. Come on, a little faster. We know we're gonna win it. $22, 85, and now I am the strategist. Which means another 1 for diplomacy, +3 for martial, more fatal casualties for the enemies, and we get the crosswater without advantage penalties. Now, should I really focus on medicine? Because knowing that this crusade is about to finish this very year, and with these current health bonuses that I have, Actually, no, don't switch it. You may live up to your 70s. You'll be fine. Don't switch it. But instead, what you should do is keep with the strategy and go for Gallant. Because I want to see more knight effectiveness now that we have the knighthood. Now head to Lancaster. 85. Oh, they're trying to recapture territory. I see the Lapis troops. Or Sapmi troops, if you want to be politically correct. There goes the rebel. Are you not sieging? Yes, you are. 93. This way. Let's go. 100. 18 years of this crusade. And after those many years, we were focused on expansion to our holdings in the Middle East. And we have connected Mesopotamia and Persia as one. Can I donate you some gold? Because I feel bad about you. I want to get you out of debt pretty quickly, so this is just for once. Arabia and Jerusalem has separated. Martin of Arabia, Savarico of Jerusalem. So that means more kings. So now we pray for the day that the next crusade is going to be somewhere where I do not really give a damn at this point, as Waldensianism is pushing back to the north and even trying to spread this faith into Scandinavia, while Catholics had made a small presence. Call it. End it. My wife died. 60. I'm gonna marry someone with high stewardship in a moment. Now, give a single. It is done. Well, this is your problem now. Now, focus back on the realm. And if you wanted the rest of England, I'll be happy to give it independence. But unfortunately, that'll be up to Castile. Now we wait a couple of years for a new crusade, and I'll switch it to Sind, where we could finally get out of here and go to India. Now we need a new spouse. Perfect. No one who's evenly skilled at everything. Bingo. The assist ruler? No. Keep it with managed domain. Okay, now ransom prisoners. Oh, we can't ransom any. Well, we can't mass execute everybody. That'll be tyranny. Diminish. Start paying up, people. Because I got the big money rewards again. I think perhaps I did outdo my father in a way. He never dreamt of going east. All he cared about, well, to be fair, he's the one that ended the Reconquista, established a presence in Sardinia, Italy, and southern France, and become ill. Oh dear, I'm doing poor. Just do normal when it is necessary. Decided the best course treatment would be some rest. He surrounded me in soft pillows and gently tucked me in the many layers of blankets. Before he left my chambers, Ramiro pulled my curtains shut. It was noon. Some extra sleep turned out just what I needed. For now, the worst of my symptoms has been alleviated, and the world seemed a little brighter. Now you're feeling fine. I'll get over this illness, but still, I must live long enough to see the Crusade to go into India. So I can get out of the old world and into the new. Well, depends on what do you mean by new. But it'll be a difficult task. Because there are many Hindus out there. And Srikula Hinduism, Srikula Shaktiism, is the most dominant Hindu faith of all. No, sir. More and more cadet branches being created. Does anybody know when does the next Crusade start? I mean, I don't think they tell you here. Only he knows when it's time. But if there's going to be a next one, it's likely that Bavaria is going to be the next target for the Crusade. Well, I'm just going to keep fattening up the coffers to hire mercenaries for future expansions. And keep your eye on these populist factions, which you should do more of the converting of the realm, which they're doing a good job. Especially you, son. Whoever your realm priest is, you're doing very well in converting Persia. I do not worry about that name Arabia there. That is a Christian kingdom. Mostly of that. You see this? If you train your son of a martial education, and if you've got the fascination innovation, if you've got the innovation knighthood, this is what happens. So, yeah, he picked up flexible leader because he's a skilled tactician, despite the fact that he's quick, but he's formidable banneret. He led troops and fought bandits even before his majority battle-hardened, determined command. That's for additional. Thank goodness we have this innovation. And I wonder if the Indians have a similar knighthood. Rajputs don't have it, neither is the Sindhi, and neither is the Afghans, not even the Punjabi. If we ever create a Crusader kingdom over in Sindh, we'll be sure to import that over there. They'll be grateful. Prowess educations when you get knighthood, which remember, only available in the High Medieval era. A little faster now. But don't go too fast, otherwise you're going to get caught off guard with the no longer ill. Got a few more good years ahead of me, as I will get whatever trait. I'm likely going to go for this, and then head this way, since you've been a mad expansionist as of late. Oh my goodness! This is the perfect son. But he's far too young and he's going to inherit this crap kingdom. Oh, give him that name. I got very low stress, I'm up for it. More secrets exposed. What right does the Count think he has to claim my ideas of warfare are misguided? Claiming that my ideas would break down a moment of combat, isn't it? What does he know, really? I love a chance to settle this on the battlefield. Yeah, Shari populists keep popping up, but we are just too big for them to take on. And I still have these mercenaries, which I'll keep paying them, because I like having them. Oh, another feast. Extend again. I like these guys. Have I ever gone on a pilgrimage? Yeah, I did once. I was beginning to wonder. Deviant Saint. Although, honestly, ladies and gentlemen, I just really don't care. I'm waiting for that next Crusade. Because, in case you didn't see the last episode, I told you about my future plans of how to end this series. And that is to go to India. Oh yeah, we could beat them at any time anywhere. These guys. Not worried about that. Man, the King of Italy is such an adulterer. He's always doing this sort of thing, but he's a damn good fighter. I can't put him in prison. Actually, no. That's shunned in the Catholic faith. It's not criminal for male adultery. That reminds me, knights. How many good knights we have? Get him in here. Get him in here. In preparation of this next cruise, I totally forgot about the Grand Rite. Give me some more knights while you're at it. It's been a long damn time since we did this, since I've been busy expanding eastward. So as the moon rises in the heavens heralding his arrival, I can feel my body responding to his strange energies in the air. The silhouettes around the great bonfire are silent, unmoving, waiting for that which is to come. As host of this gathering, it's up to me to begin a ritual. I will, read from an ancient grimoire. The old words are strange, yet they speak to me on a distinctive level. They weave an enchanting pattern, full of beauty and promise. My guests are utterly spellbound. As I close the grimoire with a dramatic gesture, their cheers erupt through the glade. Now that the main ceremony is finished, my guests and I are free to worship as it pleases us. It struck me in the art of charm. Yes, room to rule. Perfect. Some small improvements. Too bad you got lover's pox, but your health is still good. You don't have great pox yet. You only have your one son, who is bossy. Give him Marshall. No, not you. What happened, by the way? Natural causes at 56. Well, he was older than you. The hell. Anyways, find a spouse. Matrilineal. Somebody with good martial. Also, the King of Jerusalem? And they're allowed to do that matrilineal? Well, after all, they're kin, so they'll be more accepting. But, genius. And I know there's a bit of an age gap, and he's going to be around for long. And comes with claims too. Either that or just take whoever else is a genius. Like him. What's your education? Poor, and a drunk, and old. Well, there's the old Croatian Asturias connection, so... Let me see. Go back all the way up. Start from the beginning. Who's the youngest of the highest? But I prefer somebody to be of even skill. They probably won't cooperate, but screw it. I'm going for this one. And be careful. She's got lover's pox. Till next time. She needs another child. Well, wait a minute, you're already married? Also, you're a giant berserker. Well then, we don't get a lot of berserkers these days. It's not going to help me with the prowess because I'm getting old, but we need to have more knight effectiveness. Canaanites? Canaanitism? What the heck? That's a dualist faith. Well, those heretics have just appeared there. What the hell kind of faith is that? That's a new dualist faith we'd never heard of. Anyways, read that. Cain was the first victim of evil of the demons, creator of all physical matter. Since matters and bodies are evil, bodies must be defiled and destroyed through sinfulness so that the true human soul can be freed. Gnosticism, that's dualist. Esotericism, and hedonistic. No wonder why we consider them evil. It is equal. They accept all things except for dynastic kinslaying, and clerical genders either. With a mighty burp, I pushed the rest of my plate away from me and sprawled back in my chair. Lately, my catches have begun to swell with golden grain and freshly humped game, giving all my courtiers the healthy shame of the overfed. I grimace. So this bounty was great, but we cannot last forever. We must decide what to do with all the excess food. Salt it or smoke it, as long as we store it. You at peace? Vastly inferior, despite the allies that they have. Even though I still had interest in Basra, just the city itself. It's only one holding, but obviously there's the size of a country is, you know. I thought it was a ransom, but that was a alliance. We formed it with Mufti Usama. Here we go again. Do I really want to be called a foolish or give up? No, no. You already got what you wanted with the strategist. But if my health starts deteriorating, I will go for medicine. In fact, give me 2 years. Till I turn 62, I'll go for medicine. I'm just still waiting for that crusade to be coming. None of your sons grown up yet. I've not impregnated you yet. Oh, great, you married a lunatic. Well, it was my decision, just I didn't know he became a lunatic later in life. Is this a defensive war? Oh my goodness! You are attacking the Byzantine Empire? And that is a big hit on fame, which I already have a limited number of. It feels like unlimited. The last thing I would need is to fight against the Byzantine Empire. Although we are better strength than them, so technically we are the strongest country in the world. Even though it may look strong on the outside, but on the inside, well, the definition of stability tends to mix. Oh, stop right there. I need to get that. I've been saving up the renown for this. Maybe we should get that next time, because you know the lover's pumps. Either that or party. But the private army thing, I think it's becoming unnecessary for us. Because we got so much men in arms now. Still feeling fine. Just get this perk and then go for medicine. Alright? How many rivals do I have? A lot of them. Most of which in prison. An alliance. Be careful who you make allies with. And again, I'm saving that big pile of money for mercenaries for the future crusade. $62 now. I'm still keeping you. Because it's coming up in the future. I can feel it in my bones. Okay. This is for further increased knight effectiveness, which is... Knight effectiveness is 235. Imagine that. Now slow down here, this is a chain event. Which I'm still doing fine, but I'm about to switch focus to medicine. Though I'll surely see many battlefields before I meet my maker. My library... library, not library. It holds tales of war from 100 lifetimes. I recently acquired a tome on a great siege of Constantinople. Which one? As well as a time-worn scroll written in some ancient language. Who knows what forgotten secrets it holds. Attempt to translate the old scroll. I got some good learning. Even with the help of a dusty glossary, the scroll is reluctant to share its secrets, but I press on. As the night progresses, the most incredible stories unfolds before me. In the Battle of Red Cliffs, the warlord Sal changed his ships from stem to stern to combat seasickness. The commander of the opposing Zunla forces, Hungai, saw his chance and sent a thanks letter of surrender. Then he prepared a squadron of ships, filling with kindling and oils, and let the winds carry them towards Sao. As the crewless ships approached the enemy fleet, they were set ablaze, resulting in the fiery deaths of countless men. Study the battle. Maximum rolls. It's very advantageous. Malwa. That's the kingdom. Oh, different kind of Hindus. Beware. Switch. Right now. Where do you think you're going? Well, if you're gonna go somewhere, at least go with dignity. And what's going on over there? Are you still converting? Fervor's going back up again. How many cadet branches does this dynasty have? 29 houses. If Byzantium wants to go north, we go east. Srikula Hindustani. Instead of Rajputs, now it's the Hindustani people taking over. Remember, he's my son and heir. If I die, Persia will still be in our empire. I hope. Hey, do we still have a physician? Yeah, him. I was about to search for another one because I got all this money. Because I'm thinking about going about a pilgrimage. For once. Because I just want to go somewhere and spend my money big time. And no religious uprisings. The closest one of the Persians. Even when on a pilgrimage, the priests still hold Mass every Sunday. It is held on the open when no church is nearby, but earlier this morning a storm rolled in and has not ceased. Undeterred, a zealous priest is standing out in pouring rain, giving a sermon about perseverance in the face of adversity. Despite this, the size of his audience is rapidly dwindling, as discouraged adherents seek refuge from the torrential rain. What's a little rain to the faithful Catholic? Didn't get ill. Oh, there goes another, my friend. Passing by the campfire, one of my fellow travelers telling me a story once heard about some emperor. To her while she's alive. They all fall silent when I approach, except for the storyteller. Ah, don't worry, my lord. You're nothing like this name of the story. It's about the emperor of some faraway place called Hispania. Guards, fetch my whip. I don't get a lot of dread these days. Walk the holy path into Jerusalem. Oh boy. As I said, I predict when the Pope calls for a crusade, next one's going to be in Bavaria. If not, then maybe one of these independent Canaanites. Or I don't know. Likely Bavaria. As I step over to the threshold to my court physician Ramirez's office, I find him bent deeply over a book. This translation of Hippocrates is atrocious, he says with a sigh. If I were to follow these instructions, I'm as likely to cure my patients as to kill them outright. Let me look. Let me have a look. I made a fool out of myself. Damn. Would have been a good chance. Don't be afraid. Are they busy of any big war? Duchy of Nishapur. Fascinating Fury. I was thinking about expanding a little bit more towards the Hormuz area. So that way, just need a slightly fast jumping off point towards India in a future crusade. Whoa, 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 grandson. Oh, you're the heir to Kingdom of Persia. Oh dear. Persia will leave us. That's the reason why I must live long. Must live to see the day. Haven't been pregnant again since then. All that. Need to get you a good marshal. Good guards for good fickle. How about I raise you? For once. My recent endeavors within the realm of theology has given me a great appreciation for God's representatives on earth. Trying to express them these feelings, I'll draft a letter to the King Bishop Eugenius. Yes, that's the Pope you're talking about here. Relentless courage. Sounds like him. We're gonna need you soon. There we go. When is your birthday, grandson? Oh, this coming December. Converted from Maghrebi to Astur Leonese. You've lost your claim to Jerusalem. How humiliating. Skilled tactician, logistician, Herculean, intelligent, famous champion. He's known, respected, and perhaps even feared throughout the realm as a paragon of Astur Leonese warrior practices. You know what? In a future crusade towards India, I am going to make you a beneficiary since you don't stand to hold anything. In the future. Till we meet again. You're going to be excellent one day. Maybe the future Crusader King of the Indus. Thought it would have been her, but no. Looks like it's going to be you, the only son. And we should get you married right away so you could continue on your bloodline. Oh dear, I forgot about the development of Siena after all this time. What's the current development of Siena? 36. 4 more? Well, I don't know if I'll be around for long enough to be building a university. We don't have that decision yet. Because I'm most anxious waiting for the Pope to call for a crusade. I mean, come on, what are you waiting for? I'm ready. So I could change the target. Not going to be around forever. Because I would hate it to have Mesopotamia and Persia be separated. One more round, everyone. Never had a stress attack on me, ever. Is that number 30? 31 houses. Oh, you did have a granddaughter. Oh dear, born with lover's pox. Okay. Strong, smart, now you need to marry someone beautiful. Well, age matters. And of course, you can marry a Hindu, and a beautiful Hindu girl, if any. And it has to be of good skill, since you're just about good with almost everything except for learning an entry. Now we're getting to the adults. Very good diplomacy, some learning to go along with it. What's our education going to be? Martial. Not ideal. Screw it, go for her. Catholicism making a comeback in England. Waldensianism is still strong in Bavaria. Just come on, Your Holiness. Call for a crusade somewhere. Or the opportunity will be forever lost. Oh. Let me check. Ah, witch secret. Speaking of which... Oh, it's not time yet. The rise of the Omaha. It seems that a fringe belief is taking hold in the county of Tenmal. The religious movement calls itself to be the Omahats. It speaks of needing to cleanse the Maghreb of heretics and the misguided. The local magistrates are concerned, but surely a fringe religious group led by some disgraced theologian is nothing to worry about. Let's root this out before it takes a proper hold. What are you doing right now? Nothing. There's a new religion. Down there. You're not the founder of it, are you? Amalhadism. Evil. Literalism. Struggle submission. Warmonger. Ooh, we should be wary of that. We never know, there'll be an uprising. Stone of Glass. I require your assistance. He gets a weak hook on me, but that's just nothing. What the heck? Lady's contagious. Oh, yes. You have a dignified burial. I mean, the king's a good knight. He's fought along with us in many wars. Catholicism and Paulicianism are competing for more souls to convert in once Tengri dominant lands of Pannonia, as orthodoxy is spread upwards. Well, meanwhile, I'm just waiting for another crusade for the Pope to begin calling, which I don't know when, unless we're at a point where there are no more holy sites to control. There's Bavaria! Don't you know Bavaria has a holy site that's controlled by them? Wait a minute. That means we lost control of Cologne. Hey, this is your opportunity. You know, after all this speeding up, 3 years. Oh, now I'm getting poor. I just got fat just now. Not going to be around for long. But if we lose Persia and since it's not connected to our land, then we will never get to India now. That's the reason why this long life and why I'm so anxious for the Pope to call for another crusade, so we can start one over there. My skilled son and heir. Turret this way. Yeah, I'm keeping all that money because in case of casualties I will take in a future crusade and be hiring more and more mercenaries. Unless the Pope gets all of it. Converted from Mystery to Zab. The heck? "36 years to convert." Okay, one more year and then we'll call it an episode. I mean, look, Holy Sun under our control, and Paulicianism made its way up to France, and among other things. Canaanites are still up there. There's this new Islamic faith down there that needs to be stopped before it gets out of hand to some people. But if I die before the crusade starts, then we have very little chance of getting to there. That's the reason why I've been saying this is probably one of the last few episodes I record, because I'm ready to wrap this up. And my last possible goal was to reach India, but it's starting to look bleak. The religious movement known as the Omahads have sailed forth from their headquarters at Tatan, reclaiming the Maghreb from the disbelievers, by force if necessary. Their leader, Mahdi Ahmad ibn Turmat, was once turned away from numerous places of learning for being, quite frankly, annoying in his insistence on dogmatic practices. However, he's found a strong core of followers that declare themselves nothing less than a Mahdi. As of this lowly amount poses any threat. Okay, this gets interesting right now. Invalidated. So, technically they declared independence. from us. Like you're gonna make a difference against our empire. Our vassals can take care of you. This is just for resistance penalty. Okay, a couple more minutes. My goodness. More duelists in our land. Unfortunately, no sign of a Crusade. No, we still have Persia. But I guess we'll end the episode on this note. Emperor Asturias II of Hispania found peace in Christ's embrace at 70 years of age. He died of unknown causes. A zealous man. He fought for the glory of God against the heathens in one of the great holy wars in recent history, and perhaps may have outdo his father as far as expanding eastward. But now Emperor Fernando ascends the throne, a formidable duelist, made him expect him to excel in tournaments and personal combat alike. Now he must take up the reins. So, here's what's gonna be like. Persia is still under our control of Hispania thanks to Fernando's connections. But unfortunately, some of the Asturians decided it would be time to go independent. But that will pay dearly. Here's what we know about him. He's a patriarch, which means he's a family man at heart. Yeah, we're just giving a brief synopsis. Being august. Not a good martial man. He's got plenty of children, including Fernando, who's more into intrigue. So we lost Mesopotamia, but we still hold Persia. At least for now. But there is still hope. Because with newer heresies springing up, and the Kingdom of Bavaria is still holding on into, their existence, we still await for the call for the Pope to call on a crusade, so that way we can go to India finally. So there is still hope, ladies and gentlemen. Last episode is yet to come. So next time, well, Persia remains in our land, and it should be given to his son to continue on the family tradition of controlling all of Catholic Persia. It should have never left us. Though we are separated from our empire, but it's our only way to India. So we will try again to build the ground up. So until then, so long for now.